you ever been on a car trip on your way? Maybe it might have been on vacation, or you're going to visit relatives and you've traveled for miles and miles, and by the time you get there, you're exhausted. Well, imagine doing this 2,000 years ago without a car, and not even with a horse or a donkey. You're walking miles upon miles. And really, in those days, when we're on car trips, we can stop by Taco Bell, we can stop at Subway and get something to eat. Those days, once you left home and you had what you had. And hopefully you might be able to find something along the way. Maybe you wouldn't. So by the time you get to your destination, you're hot, you're tired, you're hungry. Well, in those days, when you got to the end of your trip and you were invited into a home, it was the custom to prepare the visitor with something to eat, because there had been days, maybe even weeks, since they'd had a decent meal. Well, there's the story of Jesus and his disciples, and they had been traveling, and a woman by the name of Martha invited them into her home. And the first thing that she thought about was their physical needs. They've been traveling, and so they need something to eat. So she goes and she starts preparing something to eat. Now, Martha had a sister, Mary, and no doubt Martha was expecting her sister Mary to come and help her get something together for their guests. But instead of doing that, she stayed in the living room with Jesus and the disciples as Jesus told stories and was teaching them lessons. She's in their kitchen fixing a meal for her 13 guests, plus herself and her sister, 15 people. And she's doing this by herself. You can kind of imagine what her emotions were, right? She's sitting in there, she's standing in the kitchen, she's preparing the bread, and she's probably, each time she starts kneading the bread, she hits it a little bit harder as she's thinking about her sister, who should be in here helping her. Finally, she's had enough. The Bible says that she goes in and she doesn't even talk to her sister. She is so upset at Mary, she won't even say anything to Mary. But here's the thing, not only was she upset at Mary, when you read the text, she's also upset at Jesus. Listen to what she says. She says to Jesus, "Lord, do you not care? Don't you care that my sister has left me to serve all by myself? Look, there's 15 of us here, and I'm doing this by myself, and here is Mary sitting here doing nothing." I think many of us can kind of relate with Martha here. We've been in this kind of situation before. And no doubt Martha is expecting Jesus to turn to Mary and say, "Well, your sister has a point here. You should be in there helping her." But listen to what Jesus says instead. He says to her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. But one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her." You see, that meal that they were going to consume, it would be gone. But the lessons that he was teaching, they would continue for a lifetime. It is easy in this world to get overwhelmed with all the demands of life. The demands we place on ourselves. There's all kinds of things to do. Our week just flies by and we might get half of the stuff on our list done. I would encourage you to learn a lesson here from Jesus and from Mary. Take an hour every day to put it all aside and take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Take an hour a day. Take one day a week just to take care of yourself. You'll find that you'll have more energy and you'll be able to get more out of the life that God has given you. Go and make yourself a great day.